I want to talk to you a little bit about improv. I perform, and I've been teaching improv at a theater whose philosophy is good at improv, better at life. So I kind of co-opted that for this talk today, and you'll see why. Oh, this doesn't work. Okay.
Carolyn, dear, I told you not to lick right out of the bowl.
Oh, Mom, it gets cleaner faster that way. Sorry, Mom. It's just so good.
You're about to be a woman.
Well, no one can see that here in the kitchen.
I'm talking about metaphorically, about literally. You're about to be a woman.
Oh, jeez.
Help your mama bake cookies.
All right.
You're doing more harm than good in the kitchen.
Well, someone has to clean the batter. Oh, like in the sink.
Someone looked in and think I raised a fool. Hopefully no one's looking in, but it
It's
sounds
the
like
kitchen. Who's looking in the kitchen?
sometimes Mr. Parson looks in. My God, our family owns a church. And you sitting in here licking your fingers.
Why can't I just be myself when I'm home, Mama?
Sometimes, when the eyes of the community are on you, and the eyes of God are on you, it's like as if there are two halves of you. It's like as if you are a U.S. quarter.
So as I mentioned, you'll hear those people laughing because improv doesn't translate well to video. But the idea is not to have you watch some funny stuff and be like, wow, that's really funny, but to talk to you a little bit about how improv works and why you care. So when improv is done well, this is really unfortunate that this clicker doesn't work. So when improv is done well, two people walk out on a stage, and it's empty, and they're there, and oh, you are my Lord and Savior. So there we basically just got the suggestion in the clip you saw for Sassafras. We did a 45-minute improvised play with lighting and sound and all that stuff. And the best clip I could find was me being a Southern woman, so you have to forgive me for that. But when it works really well, two people walk out on stage, and they have nothing in their minds at all. At best, they have some maybe some physicalization, or they have some way of walking, or maybe some attitude, but that is it. And they just kind of trust in their partner to bring something else. They'll kind of look and see what their partner is giving them, and maybe tell their partner something about themselves, but that is all they have. And they will you can go on to the next one. They will build on top of what their partner does, brick by brick, one piece at a time, until it creates something that is far greater than the sum of its parts. The only difference between this picture and that is that there's no grinning mason behind it laying these bricks. The bricks are laying themselves. So I say, we own a church, and all of a sudden we own a church. Neither of us knew that at the beginning of the scene. We were just in the kitchen baking cookies. So a lot of people see that, what we do, and they say, that looks really hard. And the hard part is that it is so easy. It is the easiest thing in the world, and that makes it, actually you can click, yeah. This sounds hard, but it's not. So what makes it hard is that it's super easy. So let me explain to you a little bit, quickly, how it works. So basically, there's a couple things that make it work. One is yes and. It's just the idea of saying, if anything that you tell me, I'm going to say yes to, and I'm going to build on top of that idea. It opens you to possibilities. All you have to do is be positive. Your default reaction is one that is positive. You agree by default. Also, you build on what has already been created. So go ahead. You listen to what your partner says, you make the simplest choice, and you don't invent when there's good stuff already. does this sound like these lessons could apply anywhere else? You start to be positive by default. We have had customers who've come to us and they say, the reason we like you is that our developers are always finding reasons not to do what we ask them to do. And when you come, I think a lot of times in software we find problems instead of just saying, let's just start with yes and make it work. And the other one also, so if you can go to the last slide, take an improv class.